Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I just wanted to say for the record, sorry for being so late on here, but I have a couple of things to say. The guys at the Capitol Hill and the White House motivate me because I see that no matter what I do, whether I take a day off from talking about illegal immigrants or not, they're still going to follow me like they own this city. But it's the governor that owns this city. So why is it that they think that they own this city where they're allowed to follow people and stalk people like it's okay? And like I said before, why aren't we finding the Chinese people that are doing this too? Because they're still here, especially here. Nobody can tell me that what I'm seeing or what is going on to me is a delusion. I may play the field as a, what is it, damsel in distress some places, but I know what's going on with me. It's not a delusion. Until you walk in my shoes, you can never walk in my shoes. Some people just live in la la land and don't understand what's going on in their world. They don't want to understand that somebody is following people and he's getting random people to follow people. So I say that to say that I'll keep playing the damsel in distress. I'm not being fake. I'll just keep playing the damsel in distress. Not with them. I can't stand them. I really can't, y'all. If you got harassed and stalked almost every day, you go out and you get harassed and it's obvious and people can't see it because they're in their world. They're wrapped in their world. They can't see that they're harassing me. They just think it's because of my face. I can wear whatever I want when I want. I can wear whatever I want, whether I tone it down or whether I hype it up, it's still going to be a problem. I'm not wearing no back out dresses. I'm not wearing none of that. None of that. So what I don't understand is what is the big deal? I'm not all that. So why are you following me? It has to be monetary. It has to be monetary. So I tell you one thing, I roll with the Republicans. I don't care how many of you guys it is. I don't care. I don't care. Literally. You all make me sick and y'all like Trump said, the state of the Supreme Court of the United States sat up there and they made a judgment that y'all are going back. It may take a while, but y'all are going back to Venezuela, Mexico, and everywhere else y'all belong. Because y'all up here starting trouble in different cities. What's going to happen when I'm gone? Y'all going to do it to the next person, whether she's black, white, Hispanic, American. Y'all just don't care who y'all mess with, do you? So let's get started. We're going to watch a clip from Stephen Miller on deportations and the Trump administration policy. Let's turn this up because it may not be. How dare him fly them and give them luxuries? Because it's obvious. Nobody's, even the Republicans aren't stating what the obvious is, which is they did it because they're doing a favor for them. And they're still doing it. They're still doing it. It's obvious. They can't even say it on national TV. They have to play it off like, well, why is they doing this? They know why they're doing it. Because they're paying them for favors, either death of a loved one, stalking, anything, rape, anything. They don't care. They don't care about the lower class because they're already set in their higher class. I just want to know where that money is going to go for all these laws that's been set in place for the years to come in this state. Well, I really don't care as long as I'm out this state. It's obvious too that they want them here so that they can vote for a Democrat. The Democrats are so low. How low can you go? How low can you go? You can go as low as sending them over here so that they can vote for you in the future. Oh no, we're not having that. So our country can be filled with them and crime rate can be up sky high once Trump is out of office. I will fight tooth and nail to become president if that ever happens, which I am filing to become president anyway. So let y'all watch me. Let y'all watch me. Keep watching me. You're not going to stop me. You making yourself look stupid. What did China do wrong? Let's talk about one thing. People are already over here with visas, and people are already over here that did what they supposed to do to be over here legally. But there are people over here for China that is pretending like they're not for China. China sits up there, and if we were to come over there and go to school, they can take away whatever system that they got in a flash if they allow us to come over there, because that's a communist country. So how dare we have to ask these questions to people who knows what they're doing? They come here as secondary citizens. Secondary citizens. Secondary citizens. But we get treated like the minority. If anything, we've been here longer than you. Your goal of coming over here is not the reason why we came over here. We came over here through slavery. You're coming over here to get rich because the United States is the best place in the world to be. So to be quite honest, I'm not going to say it because I know I'm about to get off of here because the stuff I have to say is going to be ratchet. So now China did not fulfill the tariff or the agreements with things that was supposed to be put in action. Nobody, and like the statement, the phony, disgusting statement that they made, they wanted all countries that work with China to stop what they were doing and roll with China, go with China, so that, no, not, okay, they wanted all countries to go with China, follow China, and leave the United States alone and leave them like the little boat that they are so that they can be weak and not prosper. That's what they basically did. They said that. They think we're weak. But just like we need them, they need us, and they're not working with us. So therefore, we're cutting off these visas. These communists that are coming here trying to buy up our land, not giving the black people an opportunity to buy land, just buying up land, farmland, and doing, coming over here for China needs to be stopped. Just imagine, man, if a Democrat was in office, they were reaching out more and more, talking about what was it called? Dis or misinformation. That's what they were talking about. Dis or misinformation that we would they would charge all my platforms that I get on, every last platform that's out there, even the ones I don't use. They were going to charge them money. They were going to charge them money to sit up there and literally, if they didn't sit up there and get what they wanted, which was to censor the people who have no mis or disinformation, who makes supposed dis or misinformation, censor them by cutting off their show. They could have been on here for a while. They could have been on YouTube for 15 years. 15 years. Talk about 15 years doing their show. And then all of a sudden, they just cut them off because the Democrat government says that it's misinformation. We need to go through our army with a fine tooth comb, because something happened at the mall that I'm never going to that mall again. But at which what is it? I don't care of the mall. It's the mall I used to go to. It was nighttime. And it was this cab driver. It's always somebody innocent. They sit up there, they having fun, nothing illegal, but he sat up there and he stabbed him in the neck. He did all sorts of stuff to him, like violently. And then he went back on base and they caught him, South Center Mall. And they went back on base and they caught him, and he was Chinese. He was Chinese. We need to go, and then um I don't know if it was Iraqi or Afghanistan. It was either two men or one man sat up there, and thank God for the FBI. They were looking to plan a severe attack on innocent women, children, and men of the army. They had all types of weapons, all types of weapons in this big thing. Like they were trying, it was just sad. They had all types of artillery weapons. And to be quite honest, there's not a lot of control over those artillery weapons on base. There's not. There's not. I hate to tell you. And so they talking to the FBI, talking about, I want to do this. Look at all those people. We can sit up there and do this and that. And then they caught his ass. Their or his ass. This is how serious it's getting. This is why we don't need specific people that wear out their visas, definitely wear out their visas, come over here to sit up there and make mayhem. People come over here sometimes. I can't stress it enough, to cause detrimental violence on our innocent women, children, and men, American people. So, what do you think about that for a second? How would you feel if you were on base and you didn't know an attack was about to happen? Just imagine if that attack would have went through. Just imagine. So don't question the president when he sits up there and say he's taking away these visas of Chinese people, because China is desperate. China is very desperate to get information and vital, top secret, important information on the United States of America. You guys, I just have to say that bird, the way these birds keep flying in and out, what if the birds were like alive? I'm I'm just saying, just I go there sometimes. People don't believe me. Who cares? This is the White House. This is a government property. You know, that's what I just said, Stephen Miller. That's what I'm just saying. I have never watched this video before. They are depriving us. They are coming here depriving us of sitting up there working. We have become dependent. You know, we we're okay. I'm not saying all people are bad that's overseas. I'm not saying that. You got Japan coming over here with the use of multi semiconductors. I hope I'm saying that right. But the only reason they really coming over here is because the tariffs. You know, Trump plays a good game. Not a game, but logically. He plays logically, of a businessman. They should make a freaking class about the things he did. But instead, we're making classes about people like Taylor Swift. You know what's sad? It's like 31 or 37% of students from overseas. But what about those black students or the regular, like, not I'm not going to put black students in a category. What about Americans as a whole that wants to go to Harvard? That's 37 or 31% that can't go to Harvard because they're swooping up these people with no visas, really, and are making war or terrorist threats on the Jews. You know, it's terrible. It's very terrible. It is very terrible. They come here, it has to be a connection, and Trump knows it. I won't say go deep into it, but there have to be some sort of connection in that for a prestigious school to sit up there and allow that monstrosity with these Mongors. And to all those African Americans out there, that want to go to Harvard, we have a chance. I'm not going to say we, but there is a chance. He didn't say African Americans, but it's the truth. We have a chance to go. We have a chance to plant our seed, but to be quite honest, some of us look to the most prestigious schools and just don't get in. And it's sad. It's definitely sad. But if we can sit up there and start work, we are working hard, but have like they did with their, protest. You have a protest at Harvard about why aren't they letting enough black people in. I bet you that will get headway. And then they'll start letting black people in. But what are we doing? What are we really doing? We want reparations. We want to be able to sit down and relax and get our reparations. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. But this is why we get blind, because that's what the Democrats want us to do. They give us stuff that is really, if they become, whoever Democrat become president, and they gave you what, an $1,000 paycheck every month, and some people out there saying, I'll take that. That's a bribery. That's bribery. That's bribery to let them be in power for a longer time. That's bribery for their agenda. And we know what their agenda is. They need more people to vote for them. They're using us. And it's sad. We know our culture. We know what happened. We know what happened. We definitely know what happened in our culture and our history. Yes, bad things did happen. Where are we at now? We're protesting for reparations, but not to get into Harvard, to have a better life. They're not going to give you certain states like Olympia, Washington. It's protesting, not protesting, but they're going to give reparations. It's not even a lot. It's not even worth it, but it's going to bring a lot of people that are African American there. If I could start it all over the clock of me being awoke in a good way and going to college, I would definitely go to Harvard if I could, but I wouldn't be able to get in at that time. Why can't we protest for that? All prestigious colleges. It's sad that they go by your race. It's just sad. It's very sad. Now, that's where I want to get in at. You guys follow me at the Kimberly Cloud Show 39 at Facebook.com. And I gotta get off of YouTube too.